Hey everybody, we are indeed so back. Hey Malo, good to see ya. This is my first time streaming in several months since I had kid number 2. What better way to usher in the return of the king than with the first ROM hack I ever made. It's Super Mario RPG, Legend of the Axem Rangers. I know everybody you look back on yourself, your younger self, and you think, yeah, I was kind of a dumb kid or whatever else, and yeah, that's kind of how I view this hack, honestly. This is my first attempt at a hack, and I mean, a little bit of credit to myself. I think this hack was probably better than, well, okay, maybe I'm getting ahead of myself, but I think this hack was better than a lot of the hacks that were released at the time. You have to keep in mind that Lazy Shell, the program that's used to edit Super Mario RPG, was still pretty new and very buggy at that point. So there was a lot of stuff that we could and could not do, but hey, this is the best I could do with the tools I had at the time. Hey Josh, good to see ya. Will, you're here. I'm glad to see you. This is pretty late for you, but I appreciate you being here. Alright, so let's get started. Wait, there's 3 of them? No, I still only have 2 kids. We had the kid in April, and according to science, you need at least 9 months to have another kid. It hasn't been 9 months yet. Yeah, this is before Lazy Shell gave you the ability to skip this scene, and again, I'll be honest with you guys, just kind of all kinds of bugs and glitches that happened when I tried to make this game. This hack is basically held together with duct tape and glue, so I'm not going back to edit anything. This hack is what you get. Deal with it. Hey Zap, good to see ya. Speedrunning childbirth, any percent? Okay, so the basic idea of this hack, again, I wrote this when I was a teenager, so bear with me. The basic idea of this hack is it was supposed to be kind of the origin story of the Axem Rangers, and the game doesn't necessarily do you a good job of telling you this, but the idea is that Bowser has kidnapped the princess again, and coincidentally, Axem Red's sister, who was supposed to be Pink, has gone missing. So Axem Red thinks, well wait, I know of a local turtle that likes to kidnap girls in pink, so maybe he stole my sister. And that's why Red shows up at Bowser's Keep. There's this weird delay when the Hammer Bros attack, as you can see, but yeah, I have no idea what causes that. And again, probably never going to fix it. Josh, you're turning 40. Pretty good. 40 is the new 30? Or something? Okay, so Red's jump has the same ability that Mario's jump has, where every 2 times you use it, it gains 1 attack power. To balance that, as it were, I brought its base attack power down pretty low. So that's why it's worse than just a regular attack at this point. Game balancing is hard, guys. Well, that's just it, Will. The Hammer Bros aren't set to do nothing. So I don't know why, like they don't skip a turn and then attack. So I don't know why that delay happens. Will this be a series or is it short enough? No, this is a full-length one, so this will be a series. We'll be doing this for at least a few weeks. I guess this is a new thing since I took a break in streaming. I guess chat has, like, rankings now? That's a new thing. We all know that the #1 person in chat, the king of chat, is the person who reads me the 16 digits on their credit card number. Yes, and another aspect of this plot is that Porte, before he became a chef, worked for Bowser. He was in Bowser's Keep. So, yeah, that was a thing that was supposed to happen. He's a recurring character, in case you haven't played this hack before. You'll see him again after this. Josh, yes, there are prizes in between 5 stays and 200. I think there's... Oh, I'd have to look it up. I think there's 5 frog coins for staying 15 times? There might be one for 10 as well, like 2 frog coins or something. I don't remember. But yeah, Will, as far as I know, this was the first full-length Super Mario RPG ROM hack. Every other hack up to that point was a short one. I'm trying to remember how old I was when this officially came out. I want to say I was like 18 or 19, maybe? I don't know. Bonga, indeed. And Red here just kind of going with the flow. You're not my sister, you're a princess, but here I am helping you. Exactly, featuring such incredible dialogue as "Prepare to die, Red Guy." But yeah, Lazy Shell is in fact that old, but the older versions, like I said, pretty rough around the edges, and it was really easy to accidentally do something that ruined your game forever. Okay, this area has a bonus fight, an optional boss fight that you don't want to do until you're pretty much at the end of the game. But just for kicks, let me show you what happens. It's the ice snake and the fire snake. Man, I'm really bad at this game, guys. Even the pause menu is pretty clearly busted. Yeah, there's this fun thing where sometimes palettes, color palettes, would just get screwed up for things like the menu and the world map, and there was no way to edit those at the time. So, I don't even know how they got messed up in the first place, but yes, that was a thing that happened. Good to fight these first couple of guys just to get some mushrooms. Oh, and another fun fact, so the thumbnail for the stream on YouTube, that like makeshift cartridge looking picture, like it would be on an actual Super Nintendo cartridge, there is a company that makes, that puts ROM hacks on actual cartridges that you can buy. I mean, of course, I'll let you guys question the legalities of that. I'm not going to get involved there. But, not long after I released this, I was approached by the people who make those reproduction carts, and they said, hey, can we use your game in our shop? Like, can people buy your game on actual hardware? And I said, yeah, you can under one condition. You give me a free cart with my hack on it. So that's how I have I have this hack on an actual cartridge at home. And that image that you saw in the thumbnail for the stream, that's the picture that's on the cart. Kinda cool. I think they charge like 50 or 60 bucks per cartridge. So technically, I sold my first ROM hack for about 50 bucks. Hey Bird, good to see you. Thanks for coming in. Honestly, Will, you should just reach out to them and propose that. I'd buy your hack on an actual cart. I think it's worth it. And for some reason, the Stumpets blow up with birds. Don't think too hard about it. I'm waiting for that company to reach out to me about Super Koopa RPG. Now that's one I'd like to have on an actual cartridge. Although I am working on a version update for it. Bug fixes and whatnot. Alright, level 2. When in doubt, just go with whatever the highest boost is. Gonna be honest, that fading in from black took a minute. I thought maybe the game had crashed. Wouldn't be shocked. But yeah, Zap, it's a pretty cool claim to fame to say, I made this, and I have an actual cartridge with it on there. I still have my Super Nintendo at home. I can plug this in there and play. It's Hinopio, but he's blue because it's a Romhack, guys. Okay, so the beginning of the game can be a bit tough. There are some tough enemies ahead, but I also gave you plenty of money so that you can buy whatever you need to. Hopefully. Buy a little of this, a little of that. A couple of these for good measure. Do I need to stay at the inn? Nah, not really. And this is the advice counter because there's no equipment yet. Yeah, this was me taking the Bethesda route, turning a bug into a feature, where if you fall into lava, you just kind of bounce really high into the air, and you can control where you land. Yeah, so again, the early versions of Lazy Shell, there's a script that controls what happens when you fall in lava, and for whatever reason, Lazy Shell does not allow you to edit that. But somehow the pointers in that script got messed up, despite not being able to edit it. And obviously, since I can't edit it, I can't fix it. So I just made my own event where the lava throws you high into the air and you can control it. Alright, and you get yellow on your team. Okay, so again, the lore of this is Axem Yellow. Well, he's not called Axem Yellow yet, but Yellow is part of this group called the Axer Squad, and he's the one that built the blade. But the Axer Squad kicked him out and have taken the blade for their own use, and now he's mad and wants revenge. Have I seen any good movies recently? Not really. It's tough to watch movies these days. Unless you count kids' movies. Anybody gonna see the Gabby's Dollhouse movie when that comes out at the end of the month? Hey Teddy, thanks for coming in. Online mod win? Yes. Well, this is technically an online mod because you can download the patch online. That's what you meant, right? Yeah, we'll just go with a good old-fashioned punch. Scare-arise. That's right, Scare-arise was reused in Super Koopa RPG. If you've got a good thing, why change it? Josh, you saw Jurassic World? Okay. So what do you guys think about the Jurassic World movies? I'm one of those people who was around. I was a kid when the first Jurassic Park came out, and it blew my mind. And then I saw The Lost World, the second one, and thought, well, this isn't as good. And then I saw the third one and was kind of, we're still doing this, huh? So I just kind of feel like these new Jurassic World movies, it's just kind of beating a dead horse at this point. Why are we still making these? But I don't know, do you guys like them? Are they any good? Or is it just kind of more of the same stuff? I think it was, there you go, just fly into the air. Although I think the consequence of this is you can't hit anything solid, or hit any sprites until you hit the ground. So you can't really get that frog coin. At least it's really tough to. I've considered one of these days streaming the Jurassic Park video game for the Super Nintendo. That one's a fun mix of top-down 2D environments and like a 3D Doom type environment. Although that game was pretty hard. So who knows? Also, I would just like to point out, so I was testing a couple things, I think on Tuesday or Wednesday or something like that. I was testing to make sure chat worked and that it showed up in the stream and all that stuff. And I noticed that this stream already had a like on it. So, whoever brave soul out there gave this stream a like, despite it not airing for 2 or 3 more days, I salute you. Zap, it's a good game, and I will not be taking questions. Yeah, I used to have Jurassic Park 2, Josh, on cartridge, but I think I gave it up at some point. I didn't like it as much as the first one. I do remember, though, that game had... You had a certain number of lives, I want to say like 10 lives or so, but the game also does a terrible job of communicating that to you. Like, at no point in the game can you check how many lives you have. So at one point you'll die and it'll just be like, yeah, you ran out, game over, sorry. There's an infinite lives cheat? I will never forgive the Japanese. Okay, Malo, cake is too sweet? I would say that it's not the cake that's too sweet, it's the frosting. This is, yeah, okay, this is a boomer moment for me right now, but I have a hard time eating cake these days, because it's just frosting is too sweet. Yes, I'm old. Deal with it. Alright. We're kind of close to death, but we can last another turn, probably. Especially if that happens. Oh, another fun fact about this hack. This was also before you could change sound effects for things like hitting and missing your timing. So that's why there's some stuff like Yellow's unarmed punch overwrites Bowser's unarmed attack, and that's why it uses the same sound effect. you had to try to do it in a way that made sense with the sound effects you were given. Is this a mushroom? I think it's definitely not a mushroom. Yeah, Josh, I remember this one level of Jurassic Park 2 where you're like in this rocky cliff area. No, you're inside a cave and there's like lava and stuff in the cave, and it was this maze that was impossible to find your way out of, and then every time you go through a tunnel entrance, the dinosaurs would respawn, and sometimes they'd just ambush you, and it was just a frustrating time. But who knows? I'm older now, maybe I'd be good at that game. The only valid frosting for a cake is buttercream. Fight me. Just like the original game, these guys can only be killed with a special attack. I don't remember if any enemies here drop honey syrups. Okay then. Yeah, that's the one. You have to set the bomb and escape, and there's a timer going. That game was hard, dude. I think I still have this, actually. The, Jurassic Park video game for the NES. That was another tough one. That one, I think, came out before the movie did, actually. That was just a game based on the book. I could be making that up, though. Because the movie came out in '94, and at that point, the NES wasn't really... The Super Nintendo was out at that point. June '93? Was that the game or the movie? Because I think the movie was '94. The movie was '93, okay. But Will, you saw this hack on the Wii Internet channel in a YouTube video? Nothing is quite as frustrating as trying to type on the Internet Wii channel using the little pointer thing. Here's your boy, the Tsar Dragon. It's not the Tsar Dragon, it's the Tsar Dragon, guys. A+ writing. Ow, that does a lot. When exactly was this hack released? I don't recall. I'd have to look, but I want to say it was... Ooh, I'm sure there's a romhacking.net post about it. I think that was the first place I ever did it. No, actually the first place I ever did it was on... It was called ACMLM Board 2, which does not exist anymore, but that site had its own upload feature, and that's where this game was originally uploaded. I want to say that was like 2010 or 11, something like that. Oh, that's interesting. So the game, the first game, the NES game, and the movie came out in the same month. Oh, that's kind of fun. That's, cornering the market for you. Yeah, Malo, I found that the best food tends to be from kind of mom and pop, family-owned places like that. We have one a little ways down the street from our house, too. I don't know if it's a mom and pop shop, but I know it's not a chain, so, but it's pretty good. You know, one thing I always talk about when I'm, well, for lack of a better term, judging other ROM hacks, is that a lot of them will overtune the difficulty compared to the original game. They'll make it hard, enemies hit way too hard, and if you don't time everything or do things in a certain way, like keep yourself healed every turn, you just lose. And I always think that mentality, that way of doing a ROM hack is bad. And I am allowed to say that because that's exactly what I did with this one. I think there are plenty of fights where enemies just hit too hard. I probably could have turned down the difficulty a little bit, but here we are. We learn from our mistakes, right? Okay, we gotta fight this chump now. There's no save point nearby, so I guess let's just not lose. It's Croco, except he's got a green hat. Ow. That's right, Malo. Support your local small businesses, guys. I am technically a small business owner myself, so it's important to support those people. I don't think this does enough to... Yeah. I mean, I could use jump pretty well exclusively just to get its power up, but at the same time... I don't know. I don't know if it's worth it, especially with all the hard-hitting enemies, and the fact that by the time we get to the end of the game, our A-button attack is probably going to be stronger anyway. How does one get a tongue that color? That's the magic of ROM hacking. I don't have to explain anything. Exactly. This version of Croco is stealing money so he can afford a better color palette. Nice. Alright, Yellow has learned HP Rain, which means we now have a healing spell. And you get a wallet for your troubles. And the Yoshi Egg. The Yoshi Egg is basically the same thing as the Yoshi Aid, where it boosts attack and defense in battle. It's kind of, this early on in the game, it's kind of meant to be an emergency type thing. You've run into a boss fight that's a little tougher than you thought, you can boost your stats. Probably should have put something to make this climb a little more interesting, but oh well. That's right, the casino is closed. Nomadamouse and his little shop of horrors. Buy another life shroom. This should be enough mushrooms to get us through whatever. Is there a save point around here? I know there's one at the end of the desert. They're just moving slowly but menacingly. Yeah, let's fight one. Of course, these enemies are probably going to be way too tough and kill me, aren't they? Oh boy, that's bad. This was supposed to make you weaker, not stronger. I've made a huge mistake. Okay, thank goodness. Get me out of here. Thank you. Did I put anything in here? There's nothing like hidden around here, is there? No, I don't think so. I think this is one of those just get through it type levels. There we go. Save points are nice. Let's make sure we're all healed up before we fight. Yeah, let's do this too. Alright, 2 boss fights in and we didn't get a game over. Unless you count the one I did on purpose. And here we are, we're already rebattling Torte. He's got a couple of pets. The recolored Hippopo and the Crippo, which is an unused enemy in the original game. Now, as I recall, this boss fight, like most boss fights in this game, can be kind of a doozy. As you can see from that guy's face disappearing, the game doesn't really handle 2 enemies this huge on screen at the same time very well. I have no idea how much damage I just did. Are you worth healing if you can't do anything? Dr. Scratch and Sniff. Core memory unlocked. I remember the Animaniacs. The Warner Brothers and their sister. Oh boy. Oh, come on. Yeah, this will happen a lot in this hack. Remember how I said some of the boss fights may be a bit too much? Well, here you go. Okay, it'd be nice if this guy didn't keep reapplying the mushroom. Alright, we've got to be like 1 hit away from being dead. Okay. Part of me wonders if I should have a game over counter. How close are we to leveling up? It'd probably help if I got red an extra level. We'll fight one of these guys. The desert dude. Alright, there's one down. Pluck the plant. You like the green rain? It's because it's health recovery, guys. Everyone knows health recovery is green. Jeez, these guys are tough. If you get unlucky and have both of them use Red Menace on the same turn, that's probably just kill Red outright. Oh boy. Still alive. All of this just to get a level up. Stop using magic. Okay, cool. There's one down. That should make the fight a lot easier. I really hope this gives me enough experience. If not, I might just go fight one or two chumps in the volcano. Free experience. Goodness sakes. Yeah. Anyway, so like I said, learned a lot of lessons for making this game that I tried to make sure I wanted to make sure Super Koopa RPG was well balanced, and I think I did that one okay. But this one's a bit rough around the edges. Hey, thanks for the well wishes, Scythe. Yeah, this one is I mean, every baby I think is a little fussy to some degree, but I'll tell you, this second time around is a lot easier than the first time around. I think both because of experience and because of the temperament of the individual children. Alright, I'm not going to do some serious grinding here. I'm just going to get enough to get red to the next level. Alright, boneheads. Okay, another memory of making this hack unlocked. So, of course, Lazy Shell, the program, lets you edit psychopath messages for individual enemies. For some reason, Lazy Shell will tell you that you have something ridiculous like 50,000 bytes of character space to work with. But you actually don't. You get capped. I don't remember, it's like somewhere like 48 or 49,000. You get capped. That's 49,000 bytes left, supposedly, you get capped. So really, you have like 1,000 bytes to work with. So anyway, as what I thought might have been a fun prank when I made this hack is I wanted to put the entire DK64 wrap as the psychopath message for those chained Kong enemies, but there wasn't enough room, and I decided not to do it anyway. Probably would have taken you like 5 minutes just to scroll through the text. Okay, now that we are one level higher, that should help. Make sure we are healed going into this. Alright, first try. Spoiler alert, you come across Torte so many times and fight him so many times that he gets frustrated and quits the Koopa Troop. And that is his backstory. Wonder if this will do anything. Okay, that's not bad, actually. Forte just gave up. Well, he does eventually. Not yet, though. That doesn't happen until near the... kinda near the end of the game. Not the silence stuff. Okay, this is going much better than the first time. I wonder if Torte's future apprentice knows that he's the apprentice of a quitter. So, funny story about that. If memory serves, I believe that the chef in Marrymore, at this point in the timeline that I have created, Jagger, Jinx's apprentice, is the current chef. Wrap your head around that one, guys. Mallow, is that like some sort of weird pizza peanut butter pie? Or is that just a normal peanut butter pie? Back when I was going to college, there was this pizza place down the street that had, I don't know what you'd call them, just weird kind of pizzas. It was a pizza buffet type place, and they had normal pizzas, but then they'd also have, like, dessert pizzas. Like it was Oreo bits and icing on top of a pizza crust, what it was. They had stuff like that there. Actually, it wasn't half bad. Of course, I was in college and would eat anything, so maybe it was bad. I don't know. I don't think he has any specials that could kill us both at the same time, but just in case. Keep us both topped off here. I like that the graphics have cleaned up a bit now that one of the enemies is dead. Yeah, Malo, that's what I was worried was going to happen when my friends told me about the existence of this place, but no. Thankfully they weren't that weird. Okay, there's another dude down. And on we go. We made it to Monstro Town. Oh yeah, I forgot this bit of lore. Monster Mama is Yellow's mom. And yes, his real given birth name is Yellow. Your little ranger gang. Okay, so back to the plot. We're trying to chase down the Axer squad who stole the blade. And Red is still looking for his sister, and he's just kinda, well, since I don't know where she is, I guess I'll just follow the yellow guy around. This guy actually has a few different things to tell you. An underwater tunnel where a gang of pirates live. It's the secret level. And the star now does the entire Tadpole Pond sequence. Nice moves. And this guy just confirms there's nothing for doing super jumps in this game. If you do super jumps, great. You're not getting the super suit. Probably would have helped to change this dialogue, but hey. Okay, there we go. And Culex is in this game, or something approximating Culex. Did you like this one, guys? Instead of a Goomba and little Goombalings, it's a chomp with chompling, or a piranha with chomplings. I don't know. Sure, it's an old hack, but there's some gems in here. Who doesn't like the piranha babies? Gino, where is my super suit? The world is in danger. The Star Road is in danger. The Three Musty Fears. First iteration. You know the name of the game. Find the 3 flags. Just a single mother piranha trying to make her way in the world. Again, support your local small businesses. Okay. As I'm playing this, it's all coming back to me. I think I remember where the 3 flags are, but we can't get them yet. There was a save file here, wasn't there? And then there wasn't for a second. You know, remember what I told you about this hack being pretty darn buggy? We're just gonna do this real fast. Just in case. Everybody here gets a fun backstory. And their backstories are basically a lot of them just kind of switched places. So Dodo talks and used to be the apprentice to Boomer. But we'll fight him later. I think he's probably too tough for us right now. Oh, I guess the secret chest is still there. Alright, here we are at Seaside Town. And this is the debug shop. You have to have the debug card to shop here. And we don't have that yet. And there's a clue where to find it. Mario has one, so if only we could find Mario. And we finally get some weapons. Wait a minute, guys. We have a weapon, but nobody can use it. I wonder what that foreshadows. Another fun thing about hacking this game is that up until the more recent versions of Lazy Shell, it was really tough to edit a weapon and make it usable by a different character besides the one it was originally for. So by virtue of Yellow being the one that overwrote Bowser, Yellow doesn't have that many weapon options because Bowser doesn't have that many weapon options. But there are ways around that now. It's not easy, mind you, but it is a thing. We don't care about Mushroom Boy. What about accessories? Okay, so accessories, just like the original game, they block against certain status ailments. The caveat is each one of these lowers your stats ever so slightly. I think the poison ring lowers your defenses by 1, maybe? And then this one lowers them by 2, something like that. It's supposed to be a trade-off of, you know, you're sacrificing a little bit of defense in order to be immune to that special, or that status. Alright, so the Elder gives us a little bit of homework here. And this is supposed to be Frogfucius, before he grew the beard. Maybe the poison ring is very tight on your finger and it hurts? New Legend of the Axem Rangers lore just dropped. Alright, there's the key to the shed. And this weird neon green tree. I honestly don't remember why this turned neon green, but I'm sure that's part of the glitches. You press A on the tree, there's a secret hole under it. And here's your secret level. But you need the pirate charm before you can do much of anything in here. Man, poor guy. Johnson's a bit... he's a bit tough, huh? Is my save file still here? Yes. Okay. Yeah, sometimes you just have to hop on the trampolines twice to get them to work. That, just don't question it. You can't just open the shed. You have to give the key back to the Elder. Okay, some more plot here. When the giant axe came, dropped off a few weird guys who invaded the town shed, and in defense, they just locked them in the shed. So there you go. We have to go unlock the shed and deal with whoever's hiding in it. I mean, to their credit, this version of Seaside Town, the townspeople are a little more proactive than the version in the original game. Look at them doing something to defend themselves. Alright, time for another boss fight. And if you didn't buy your equipment, you're gonna have a hard time. That's right, it's Yaridovich, except he's blue. Okay, so again, back to the plot. The Smithy Gang is after these golden chests that are hidden throughout the land. And they don't necessarily, nobody knows what's in the golden chests, but it can't be good. In fact, I'm gonna be honest here, team, I don't know if the game ever really tells you what's in the golden chests. But it's supposed to be like spare parts and stuff that Smithy needs to make his other heads. Like the treasure chest head and the wizard head and all that good stuff. But again, I don't think I ever really explained that. The drill bits do not respawn, so if you can take them out, it'll be good for you. Are you guys vulnerable to snow? Okay, it's probably still better than my normal physical attack. Yaridovich looking green? No, he's looking blue. It's called fashion, sweetie. Look it up. There were 4 drill bits outside of battle, and now there are only 3 inside the battle. Guys, stop asking questions. Keep ourselves healed here. So Yaridovich is not that weak against snowballs, so maybe just regular attacks might be better. Save my flower points for healing. Yeah, probably. You guys like the blue hammer? I think that's one of those palettes, those color palettes that existed in the original game. It just didn't get used anywhere. Waste not, want not. Uh-oh. We've only got 2 of these left. Jeez. Yeah, he can hit hard when he wants to. He just skipped a turn. I honestly didn't know he was programmed to do that. Cool. It's a good idea to keep yourself healed as much as you can in this fight, because Yaridovich does have a final attack. He does a pretty powerful magic attack once he dies. Fair point, Malo, but counterpoint. I really like the house battlefield. And I'm a bit disappointed that in the original game, after you beat Mac, there's no way to encounter the house battlefield again. Another counterpoint, Malo. Maybe we love the Sunset battlefield so much because it's only used once. Which do we love more, the battlefield or the idea of the battlefield? I have no idea how much HP this guy has, but apparently the answer is a lot. That part I do remember. This fight kind of drags on a bit. Like I said, he does have that powerful special he can use. But would it be enough to kill Yellow at this point? Maybe just in case. Nice. Okay, as long as one of you lives, that's good enough. I'm sure he'll fall any minute now. Okay, keep us topped off. Nice. Okay, there we go. Yep, okay. Just one of you needs to stay alive. Alright. That's our first, well, not a star, but golden chest enemy down. But yeah, these are supposed to be kind of the prototypes of the Smithy Gang members. So that's why he's blue instead of red. And also why he doesn't die when you fight him. Because he has to come back in Super Mario RPG. Is that thing still here? No, maybe that was only in the scene. Yeah, sometimes there was this invisible obstacle here that you could just kind of run into, but I guess that's not... I guess that only happens if the cutscene happens. Alright, Elder, there you go. We beat the robot guy. Alright, and now he wants us to go beat up the pirates. Like most RPGs, everything you do is just a series of errands. Yep. Save files just kind of disappear sometimes. So again, we're just gonna do this. And let me tell you guys, as the official creator of this hack, I give you all blanket permission to use save states and not feel guilty about it. Because like I said, sometimes save files just disappear. I think that's more an issue with the first slot than any of the others. So save your game to like the second slot or something if you're concerned about losing it. Oh hey, McSwag, you made it. Good to see you. Alright, and we already get new weapons, even though we literally just bought new weapons from Yaridovich, before Yaridovich. Buy our armor. Did you die? Yes. But fortunately, I lived. Froggy drink might actually be helpful. I don't normally use those. Feeling froggy? That's right, Johnny Jones's cousin, James Jameson, is somewhere in the world. That's the boss of the secret pirate level, guys. Is this still a star? Nice. I do like the blue color palette that's used when you get a star. Alright, we're cruising now. A gold shrew. It's just a max mushroom, guys. That's all it is. The hitboxes on these bubbles are so weird. Let's fight a blooper, just for kicks. Yeah, I didn't realize till too late that I never edited their underwater palettes. So this is what they look like underwater. Cool, huh? Mr. Kipper got his degree. He's now Dr. Kipper. Nice, we'll take it. Nice damage. We're Sergeant Kipper. Sergeant Kipper's Lonely Hearts Club Band. And apparently the sunken ship has been sunken for a while. Since, you know, this game's supposed to be a prequel and whatnot. Before we worry about fighting any of these guys... I mean, let's fight these guys. Kill the boneheads. Alright. Yeah, I don't really want to use a life shroom here, so let's just try to do this as yellow. It is not looking good so far. Well, poison is better than fear, but missing is not great. Alright, maybe we are just gonna try to run. Get me out of here. And yes, this button floats. That's another one of those things. I have no idea why that happened. An Axem Ranger, who's that? They say there's something weird about the lone tree near the beach of Seaside Town. What could that be? Hey, look who it is. So Green, unfortunately, is a victim of piracy. Johnny and his crew stole Green's rare frog coin. And he asks for your help getting it back. The wimpy, skinny guy who has a beef with the shark pirate gang. Alright, we have 3 party members now. It's over. Alright, make our way through the ship here. Let's give our good buddy Green a test drive. Nice. They cower in fear. You start out with Thunderbolt, of course. Okay, well when it hits, it does good damage. You like these animations, guys? They're homemade. What is the Enigma even supposed to be? It's a bunch of smaller pigs that form up to join a bigger pig. Obviously. The weird pig lizard thing. We probably do need to get a bit more experience than what we're getting. That is not helping. The fact that green is at level 7 and red just barely got to level 6 tells me we're probably a bit underleveled. You got this. There we go. Yeah, I can see the Enigma being an Earthbound enemy. I think they're weird enough. Right next to the New Age retro hippie. Earthbound is just such a hilarious game to picture. I mean, the first enemies in the game, when Ness is out on his own, are like snakes and stray dogs. So there's just this kid that goes wandering around his neighborhood, beating up stray dogs with a baseball bat. Got my Kiro Cola. Let's talk to this handsome guy. He's a ghost. Green, too strong. Pure water. That'll probably come in handy. A lot of undead stuff around here. Let's just use Thunderbolt. Although Thunderbolt doesn't have a stellar hit rate. But that's okay, because Jump has a perfect hit rate. Did you guys know that Jump can never miss, no matter what? That's true in the original game, too. Let's go down here. Another of my favorite recurring characters, the Underkoopa. I genuinely wonder what is it that makes the first file just disappear like that? Because that's not a problem in Super Koopa. So I don't know... Huh. I don't know. Maybe it's just a product of the old versions of Lazy Shell editing something that it never tells you. Who knows? Imagine the skeletons having hair instead of a shadow. I can see that. Especially looking at the original Super Mario RPG on the, like a CRT TV, where everything's a little fuzzier. Couldn't always tell what things were supposed to be. I used to think that Gino's cape was a dress. I'm not sure the game ever really refers to Gino as a he or a she either, so that didn't help. Or maybe it does and I just wasn't paying attention when I was a kid. And before anyone says, well, didn't you think about how all of Gino's equipment are capes and not dresses? First off, I was like 5 when I first played this game. My critical thinking skills weren't all the way there yet. I'm still waiting for those to come in, actually. Alright, Bird, thanks for coming in. Have a good night. That's right. Critical thinking skills are like wisdom teeth. Everybody gets them when they're older, and some people don't even get all of them. Fun fact about me. Oh hey Zap, me too. One of my wisdom teeth never arrived either. I only had 3 of them. Hey Julian, thanks for coming in. Playing the OG on a hacked Xbox? I like it. It's like a Romhack, but in a different direction. Good old Underkoopa. No shortage of good stuff to sell you. Another curiosity. I don't know why that chest doesn't have a question mark on it. But it was floating. Ah, the Goombats. Disguised. My writing, guys. Sometimes it scares me how good it is. Man down. Nice. Are you still weak against this? No. A resounding no. How's Mario's Endless Nightmare coming along? It's coming along. I've got most of the base game down. I'm just trying to add in some bells and whistles and stuff. I'm thinking of trying to add an achievement type system. I'm just not entirely sure how to go about it, or what achievements even to put in there, but I'm sure I'll think of something. I'm taking a lesson from Paper Mario Black Pit, and I want to have kind of 2 game modes in it. There's going to be a campaign where it's kind of like playing Super Mario RPG in order, just without any of the... It's just all the boss fights, or all the regular fights and boss fights, not a whole lot of the in-between stuff. And then having kind of a... I forget what Paper Mario Black Pit calls it, but it's kind of like more of a random mode, where you go through a pit of 100 trials type thing, but the prizes you get from each floor would be random. You'd get different things from a pool of options, that kind of thing. That part I'm still working out, kind of how I want that system to work. But yeah, it's coming along. I am proud to say I did get it functional where you can switch out all of your party members, including Mario, from the battle. And you can even start out as a character that's not Mario. I tested the game playing as Gino the whole time. Yeah. Let's keep ourselves healed. Don't get too ahead of ourselves. Is this a mini-boss? Basically, yeah. It's an optional mini-boss. Don't want to kill the last Goombet yet, because he'll just summon more. Man, why did I make this guy counter every hit? Some of the enemies in this game are HP sponges. I don't deny that. Jeez, how much HP did I give this guy? If only I had Psychopath. I could see what we're in for with this guy. Yeah, I hope the roguelike is something that people enjoy. Gonna be honest, it would be my dream to have somebody play that at something like a Awesome Games done quick or something like that. If any of you guys ever do that, please invite me. I'm also still working on the demake project, where I'm working with Pidge to add the remake's post-game content into the original game. We're coming along with that too. I think I've got what, 5 out of the 7 bosses done at this point. Disappeared. Hey. Let's buy some more healing stuff, and let's also heal. I've been putting my other ROM hacking projects aside, though, for that ROM hacking contest that I was in. Super Mario vs. the Koopa Bros, guys. Go check out that video if you haven't already. And for whatever it's worth, I did end up winning the contest, which is pretty cool. There was only one other guy that entered, but still. Does this chest have money in it now? No. Mess with the crabbo, you get the stabbo. Yeah, back to the demake project. I have added in the post-game exclusive weapons, too. Those are officially in there. I cannot stress enough how much of a pain it was to make them work, but they do in fact work. Including Gino's Stella 023. The other two attacks, Malo's Sage Stick and Bowser's Wonder Chomp, those all have assets that you can just kind of reuse, but the Stella 023, I had to redraw that one by hand. Um, 49. We're still a ways away from leveling up, I guess. Not if this guy has anything to say about it. How am I supposed to eat this without my drink? That guy is the greatest villain that SpongeBob has ever had. Parkour. Underwater physics. Oh yeah, I blocked off this door. There's nothing in here in this game. I changed the color palette of the bloopers to be blue, and then I called them blue purrs. Let me know if I'm going too fast for you guys. Alright. Shark pirate time. Hey, thanks for coming in, Julian. Have a good night. So far, that's 2 people who have said they're leaving the stream so they can go to bed because they have church in the morning. Apparently, this is a Christian stream now. Let's put the fear of yellow in you. Lucky, huh? Yeah. You guys probably know by now, I don't like using luckies, because I always pick wrong. Double my experience. Man, why did I make these guys give you so little experience? Man, I'm stingy. Dare to dodge the barrel. Ow. Alright, this worked well enough the first time. Let's try it again. Not bad. 4 out of 5. Keep up the pressure. Let's get these guys while they're still feared. Brace ourselves for a Johnny fight. Don't jump the shark. Malo with the jokes tonight. I thought I was the resident dad around here. Let me through to Johnny's place, thank you. Alright, let's get fully healed. Alright, Johnny, how tough are you? And there's Green's frog coin, which is floating for some reason. Don't think too hard about it. Now, I'm not really inclined to have Johnny challenge me to a duel, and I honestly can't remember if I kept that mechanic in or not. So we'll just get rid of 3 of them. Nice. Starburst flavored energy drinks. Your scientists were so preoccupied with whether or not they could do something, they didn't stop and think if they should. Let's let him use the thunder. One more. The other one can live. Tell your friends what you've seen here today. Yeah, Starburst energy drink. A fun combination of sugar and caffeine. It's like they say, at some point you just have to grow up and do cocaine. Am I gonna get modded by YouTube for saying that? Oh well. It's out there. I guess I didn't make Johnny too hard, which was nice. A nice change of pace. I think I just made his minions hit harder. Good old Johnny. Speaking of what we were talking about before, not being able to see certain things on a CRT TV, I used to think that that eyeball looking thing inside Johnny's mouth, I used to think that was a gold tooth. Green got his coin back. Having a whole conversation with us with his back to us. And now we continue the journey. What's the difference between this and the normal Johnny fight? Stats mostly. I think that's about the only thing. We need to shop for anything while we're here. No, I guess we're fine. Alright, Elder, we did your other chore. A weird turtle with a funny accent, huh? Who does that sound like? Went off towards Star Hill. Could it be that Star Hill actually has a boss this time? Say what you will about color palette changes, but I think the green actually, it at least makes some of the stars, or some of Star Hill easier to see. And here, this is where we finally figure out what Red is doing this whole time. He tells Green, yeah, I'm looking for my sister, and I heard that Bowser likes to kidnap ladies in pink. The plot is there, just in bits and pieces. Let's fight some geckos. Mad Geck. The Brontosaur, which is very clearly not a Brontosaurus. Don't question it, guys. I feel like Star Hill is where they stuck all the weird enemies in the game. Okay, we're going to this place where people make wishes and then their wishes are manifest as stars. What should we put here? How about some cute little moles, some cute little geckos, criminals, and a fossilized dinosaur-looking thing. Oh, and also those star enemies that explode. Don't forget about them. Nice. The triple miss. The Moko Moko. That's right. Power and fear. Keep the heels up. Fair enough. Okay, that was eventful. More geckos. That's a lot of dudes. Yeah, let's do this. Nice. Okay, that's more like it. Getting some damage off. That's right, I wouldn't want to fight me either. Too strong. Never change, Mokos. Now, I did add a boss fight to this version of Star Hill, and there's not really a way to heal in between now and then, so I guess we should probably use our resources sparingly. At least we got a honey syrup. I think we're gonna need that. Okay, the level up helps. We've got super jump now, guys. It's over. I just have to do 100 super jumps on every boss, and then we win. As if I knew how to do that. There they are. The Angry Star guys. Always handy when the enemies just blow themselves up for you. Why is this door not working? Well, that's a new one. Oh. Okay. Now that will work? Maybe? What is happening? Okay, maybe now? This is so weird. Huh. Okay, this game did work at one point. Oh, there we go. That's all of them. Okay. Don't worry, guys. We fixed it. Alright, now we got the boss fight up here that you have to do. Yeah, let's top ourselves off. Okay, there we go. And our favorite chef, future chef, now has an apprentice named Jinx. And he comes out swinging. Man, that's not cool. Can I super jump this guy? I wonder how much more or less that'll be than my regular attack. Ow. Okay. I wonder which one would be better to take out here first. Can I fear you guys? Hear me, Jinx. Okay. No good. Let's try super jump on you. See how we do there. Okay, that does a lot more, which is good. I honestly can't remember if I've changed the timing on super jumps in this game. I might have capped it at some point. Let's keep up the heals. Nice. Yeah, I guess just in case. Ow. The good thing about Jinx is he has all the same attacks, which means he can only attack one person at a time. Alright, there we go. That should help. Hey, is that London? London? Either way, appreciate the love. Hope you enjoy the VOD. Greetings, future YouTube. Whoever's watching this VOD in the future, you should try to make it to the live stream next time. Although it's not lost on me that sometimes I stream unreasonably late. That's why I do YouTube in the first place, so people can watch the VODs. Jinx is a tough little guy. Just a widow guy. I do love his green hair, though. Oh yeah, I forgot he does that. It's fine. That just means he's almost dead. Got him on the ropes. Sure, he gets a good kick in every now and then, but still, we've got him. Beating this small green-haired guy to a pulp. One attack at a time. This is peak content right here. Nice. There we go. Okay, now we have Psychopath, so we can at least see what we're in for with some of these boss fights. Phew, simply amazing. He said the thing, guys. Man, that guy's an idiot. We don't mince words around here. Okay, hopefully the door actually works this time. Doesn't glitch out on us again. There we go. Perfect. If you haven't gathered already, this hack is, you know, along with a few additions, is basically just running the game backwards. Okay, now in case my save file gets deleted, we're gonna do this again. Okay, save state. Okay, and I think this is a good stopping point here. We've done a lot in a short period of time. Well, 2 hours. Short depending on how you look at it. But anyway, it's good to be back. My first time streaming in a few months. We're back to our regularly scheduled program, mostly. We'll pick this up again next Saturday night. Same time, same place. Hope to see you guys there. And the pre-recorded playthrough of that Super Mario RPG 100% run, that's still happening too. So you'll get the video at the regularly scheduled time tomorrow. So don't you worry about that. But for now, I appreciate you guys coming in. I appreciate you showing the love. Thanks for watching, and I hope to see you guys next time.